The geopolitical waters of the Caribbean are heating up as the United States deploys its most powerful naval asset, the USS Gerald R. Ford, directly to the doorstep of a highly volatile nation, Venezuela. This deployment is far more than a routine exercise. It's a strategic move that immediately escalates tensions in the region. This isn't just one ship. It's a formidable strike group, a floating fortress designed to project power globally. Its mere presence sends an unmistakable message to Caracas. But what exactly is the message, and why now, when the world's attention is focused elsewhere? We delve into the secrets behind this high-stakes military gambit. The Ford class represents a leap in naval technology, utilizing a completely new design to maximize lethality and efficiency. Its very nature screams military superiority, making it the perfect tool for coercive diplomacy. This advanced platform is monitoring every movement along Venezuela's coast, turning the region into a surveillance zone. At the heart of the Ford's innovation is the Electromagnetic Aircraft Launch System, or EMALS. Forget the old steam catapults. This technology uses raw electrical power to launch aircraft faster, smoother, and with more force. This translates directly to a 25% increase in sortie generation rate during combat operations. Powering these revolutionary systems is the A-1B nuclear reactor, a beast of engineering that generates 3 times the electrical power of the previous Nimitz class. This massive energy surplus is not just for launching jets. It's the foundation for future directed energy weapons, making the Ford a true future-proof weapon platform.
Tower, this is Strike
the Ford
501.
is designed to carry the most advanced air wing possible, including the 5th-generation F-35C stealth fighter. This combination gives the U.S. unparalleled reach and dominance. The message is clear. Within minutes, this floating airbase can project overwhelming military force deep into Venezuelan airspace if necessary. At a staggering cost of nearly $13 billion, the USS Gerald R. Ford is the most expensive warship ever built. This financial commitment underscores the seriousness of the U.S. Navy's investment in global power projection. Deploying such a valuable asset signals Washington's willingness to commit significant resources to this confrontation. So, what is the core reason for this massive display of force? The official narrative focuses on counter-narcotics operations, disrupting drug trafficking routes that allegedly originate in Venezuela. This framing provides a legally justifiable basis for a heavy naval presence near their territorial waters. But critics argue the counter-narcotics mission is simply a cover for a larger geopolitical objective, putting direct pressure on the Maduro regime. U.S. has long sought regime change, and placing the Ford within striking distance is the ultimate leverage, reminding Caracas of the military option that remains on the table. Venezuela holds the largest proven oil reserves in the world. The control of these massive energy resources is a major geopolitical prize, and many analysts believe this is the true underlying motivation for the U.S. military pressure. The deployment of the Ford safeguards American interests in the entire energy-rich region. Venezuela's response has been one of defiance. The Maduro regime has placed its armed forces on high alert, calling the Ford's presence a direct provocation and an act of military intimidation. They have conducted large-scale military exercises, including close proximity intercepts of U.S. reconnaissance aircraft. The greatest danger lies in miscalculation. As the Ford strike group maneuvers near Venezuelan waters, the risk of an accidental or intentional confrontation skyrockets. A minor incident, a close pass, an aggressive maneuver could trigger a spiral of escalation that neither side may be able to control, potentially leading to a full-scale regional conflict. The deployment is a delicate act of coercive diplomacy, where the stakes are incredibly high. The U.S. wants compliance without having to fire a single shot, but the Venezuelan regime views the deployment as an existential threat. The world watches anxiously as the most advanced warship ever built tests the limits of political tension in Latin America. The eyes of the Ford are its revolutionary dual-band radar system, the first of its kind. It seamlessly integrates 2 radar frequencies to provide unparalleled surveillance, tracking hundreds of targets simultaneously from low-flying cruise missiles to high-altitude aircraft. This defensive shield makes approaching the carrier a near-suicidal endeavor. For layered defense against saturation attacks, the Ford relies on its missile systems. The ESSM is designed to intercept supersonic anti-ship missiles and aircraft, providing the inner shield. Each strike group ship adds to this immense capability, creating a multi-layered, impenetrable bubble around the most valuable asset in the U.S. Navy. If an enemy threat manages to penetrate the outer and middle defensive rings, the ship's last line of defense is the CIWS Phalanx gun. This autonomous radar-guided system spews out a stream of armor-piercing bullets at incredible speed, literally shredding incoming missiles and ensuring the survival of the vessel and its crew against immediate threats. The sheer size of the Ford's flight deck, nearly 4.5 acres of operational space, allows for unprecedented flexibility. This massive area enables quicker rearming and refueling, meaning fewer delays between combat sorties, giving the U.S. Air Wing a crucial advantage in any sustained engagement over the Venezuelan coastline. The military imbalance between the U.S. and Venezuela is staggering. While the Ford alone costs over $13 billion, Caracas struggles to maintain its older, Soviet-era equipment. This deployment is a clear demonstration of economic dominance, where the sheer financial commitment of the U.S. acts as a psychological weapon against the struggling regime. Venezuela's counter-leverage relies heavily on Russian and Chinese military aid. Their S-300 missile systems, supplied by Moscow, represent the only credible threat to U.S. air dominance. The presence of the Ford tests the resolve of these geopolitical allies, potentially drawing in external powers and turning a bilateral issue into a complex international flashpoint. The Ford deployment is often preceded or accompanied by flights of heavy U.S. strategic assets, such as the B-1B Lancer bomber. This maneuver signals a full-spectrum military readiness, demonstrating the U.S. ability to deliver conventional payload strikes from multiple domains, sea, air, and potentially land forces from the carrier.
The atmospheric
Despite being the largest warship ever, the Ford requires 600 fewer sailors than the Nimitz class, due to its high level of automation and advanced ship design. This optimization increases efficiency but places immense pressure on the remaining crew members, who must operate highly complex, billion-dollar systems in stressful, high-alert environments. Every aircraft on the Ford is maintained in a constant state of readiness. The proximity to Venezuela means that the pilots and ground crew are running drills for immediate combat scenarios, practicing defensive and offensive sorties around the clock. Their primary objective: establishing and maintaining absolute air superiority over the entire region. The Ford is equipped with the Rolling Airframe Missile, or CRAM, a close-range defensive system that automatically tracks and engages incoming threats with minimal human intervention. This advanced automation ensures that the colossal aircraft carrier has a swift, automated response to protect itself, even during periods of radio silence or electronic warfare. The presence of the USS Gerald R. Ford near Venezuela is a classic example of gunboat diplomacy updated for the 21st century. It is a calculated risk, intended to project power and influence without firing a shot, serving as a constant, looming threat over the political stability of the Maduro regime and the region. Future flexibility is built into every aspect of the Ford's design, notably the advanced arresting unit. This system will be crucial for handling advanced unmanned aerial vehicles and future heavy drones, enabling the U.S. Navy to evolve its air wing without needing to rebuild its entire carrier fleet in the years to come. While the immediate mission is framed as anti-narcotics, the strike group's true power lies in its capacity for full-scale conventional warfare. Should diplomatic efforts fail, the Ford's destroyers carry hundreds of long-range Tomahawk missiles capable of hitting strategic inland targets, giving the U.S. unmatched precision strike capability. The asymmetry of power is palpable. A single Venezuelan patrol boat represents virtually no threat to the Ford's multi-billion-dollar shield. This visual contrast serves as the clearest form of psychological warfare, reminding the opposing forces of the vast technological and military chasm that separates them. A less visible but critical innovation is the advanced weapons elevators. Utilizing magnets instead of cables, these elevators move munitions up to the flight deck 50% faster, drastically reducing the time needed to rearm jets. In combat, this fraction of time saved translates directly to more sorties and greater operational endurance against an enemy. Despite its colossal size and weight, the Ford is highly maneuverable, a necessary trait for navigating the complex international waters near Latin America. Its ability to quickly shift position and maintain unpredictable movements adds another layer of security, making it harder for Venezuelan forces to anticipate its actions or plan any defensive countermeasure. The deployment of the USS Gerald R. Ford is a defining moment, a stark reminder of the global power hierarchy. Whether it resolves the crisis or merely increases the risk of conflict, the Ford's mission near Venezuela has etched a new line in the sands of geopolitics, showing the world the true cost and capability of American military dominance in the 21st century.